did not like it. It was not a good beach. Every now and then, we had a concert up there at the band shell. I saw the Beach Boys up there at the band shell. But no, New Smyrna Beach. Since there was sand dunes there, and no, believe that there was a time then where there was only on the actual dune side of the beach. All the rest were on the other side of A1A, and they were basically one story.
Okay, Gary, I'm going to pass it back up to Kevin, and good morning to you, WD4NKA. You're about S8 carrying to the Lexington, Kentucky area this morning, Gary. And, well, shoot, I didn't have my amplifier activated here. Sorry about that. You're about S8 coming in here this morning, Gary, and great to hear you. Maybe if we can get Charlie or Bob on down south, maybe to kind of relay you in a little bit. You're a little light getting in here this morning. So, Kevin, back up to you. And we'll say 73 again to Craig, and good to hear him on his new VMC transmitter. New to him, that is. And back up to you, Kev. KA2ZNI. KK4GZQ in the group.
Okay, Kev. Was Perry in there?
Oh, man. Yeah, he sure was, Perry. What am I doing? Pick him up, Kev.
I'll jump in here real quick and make sure I got it. Come on, guys. Look at you leaving me out. Forgetting all about me, man. Ain't no thing but a chicken wing, you know what they say? But good morning, guys. Good morning, Kevin, GZQ. Good morning, you coming out there in cold Wisconsin. Just getting back from my daily morning paperwork run down to Delaware and down to our other shop there, and just getting settled in, drinking on some coffee, and listening to some fine amplitude modulation. So I'll jump into rotation here. I guess Gary can turn it to me, and then I can turn it to Kevin, or however you want to do it. There, Kevin. So it don't matter to me. So I'll just jump in here somewhere and nestle in my booty, and I'll get this morning started. So over to you, Kevin. KA2ZNI from W3MMR.
Okay, very good. W3MMR here in the group this morning. KA2ZNI. Good morning to you, Perry. Well, you're sounding really good here this morning. I think this is the best I've heard you on in the last 2 or 3 weekends I've been in here. You're about 5 over 9, and the band is just extremely proud this morning. I got about a 3 or a 4 noise level. So it's almost like you're sitting right here when you say sounded real nice this morning on the out there. And Kevin, you're sounding excellent there on the flex this morning, doing a great job up there. You're about 10 to 20 over 9. I do not hear Gary in there. I tried to grab a couple of the web SDRs quick, but I wasn't fast enough with the mouse. I was taking care of a couple of other things, and I'll do some bouncing around here next go around, see if I can catch them on a web SDR. Temperature up here is, well, I didn't even look at the temperature. I think we're about mid-20s, and we've had a couple of cloudy days. Really no snow. We haven't had any snow in a few days. Up in northern Wisconsin, they had a blizzard 3 or 4 days ago, but down here it's just cold, and it's a little more seasonable than last week. Last week we were in single digits, So at least this week we're up in the 20s and 30s. So other than that, not a lot going on. Just sitting here enjoying a little amplitude modulation, as you said, Perry. Enjoying my weekend. Finally made it to our weekend. This is my Saturday morning. So over to you, Kevin. KK4GZQ here in the phone group this morning. KA2ZNI.
Okay, Joe, how about you and K4JCP with WD4NKA on deck after you, Joe. If you could send it over to Gary, I'll send it down your way. And thanks a lot, Kevin. Good morning, Perry. I don't know where my head's at. Just drink more coffee, right? Anyway, WA1QIX sent me an email and a tracking number. Boy, I like his system on how he follows up with a nice email tracking number on your part coming your way. And I've got that second pickup unit, RF pickup for the REA, and I'm going to download the software today. And who knows, maybe if it shows up today, I might start testing over here on the 610 tonight, because Charlie sent me a detailed manual on the BC614D about the mod limiter and the clipping control. And Joe, you might know something about those controls on the speech amp as well. Perry, the Anon sounds wonderful. I'm copying Gary, but it's light, and Kevin's he's dropping it down here. He's full armchair copy. Over to you, Joe. K4JCP, it goes to WD4NKA from KK4GZQ. Go ahead, Joe. Good morning.
W3MMR, good morning all, K4JCP.
Okay, Joe, no problem. WD4NKA to pick it up from K4JCP from KK4GZQ here on relay. Go ahead, Gary. Hey, Perry, what do you want to bet he's out walking the dogs? You might want to maybe check on him after you pick it up. Joe, send it up to Perry,
Okay, W3MMR.
Good morning to you, Joe. K4JCP, W3MMR. Yeah, he's probably out there walking the dogs, sipping on coffee, staring at the sky, how beautiful it is down there, how warm it is, you know, and thinking about them guys are saying, you know, I don't feel bad for them. They're all up there in the cold country, You know, it's nice and beautiful down here. Trying not to kiss alligators. You know, that's all he's thinking about. He's got the life. No, that's funny, man. Yeah, I think it's great what Gary's doing. You know, he's getting on here consistently every morning with what he's got. You know, he's got that real, you know, cutting type, the cut the mustard type audio, you know, that you need when you're running low power. You know, and he's on here consistently every single day with a compromised antenna, and he gets on here and enjoys himself. And that's all you can ask for, you know what I mean, in this hobby. Is get on here, enjoy yourself, do what you can, get on the air. And, you know, get in with a good group of guys who are patient and guys that don't mind, you know, sticking their ear up to the speaker when need be, you know, and you know, giving them a chance, you know. And I love talking to Gary every morning. 9 times out of 10, I got to turn on the web SDR for him. But, hey, that's why we have web SDR is to use it for something like that. I think it's great. And I always love hearing Gary in here every morning and seeing the mayor on the group on Facebook and he's how passionate he is about it, and you know his plans to try to get a little better antenna up in the air, and you know it's a real pleasure being able to talk with him, and that goes for all you guys here in the morning. I really enjoy getting on here every morning and chatting with you guys. It's a real bright spot of my day, and I look forward to it every morning when I get up there. So. A little warmer here this morning, 40 degrees here in southeastern Pennsylvania this morning. I think it's going up to the 50s today, low 50s. I think it's going to be more seasonable. Back to average temperatures. It's been well below average here the past couple of weeks. It's been more like, you know, late December, early January type temperatures here. And, of course, now all the news networks are coming out with their winter weather forecast for the winter of 2019, weather forecast. And you can only take that with a grain of salt. But, you know, they are saying that we're going to get average to above average here because of the way, you know, the jet stream is trending to how it did, you know, when it was when we got this snowfall, you know, in this year. So only time will tell, I guess, but judging by how cold it's been, you know, so far here in November, if the jet stream stays, you know, the way it is here, it's only going to get colder and much colder as the season rolls on here. And yeah, real good, Kevin. You say you haven't had any snow in a couple days. Good. It means it's only November, but I guess you guys are used to having snow up there this time of year. I remember when I was stationed in Great Lakes, Illinois, there, right, real close to the Wisconsin border there in Lake Michigan, in Illinois. It was cold like I've never experienced before. I mean, that cold and that wind, that cutting wind coming off of Lake Michigan and coming in from the north was something else. I mean, multiple days of temperatures below zero, wind chills well below zero. You know, snow on the ground the entire winter. Here, snow, you know, obviously we get snow here, but it won't stick around that long. You know, so that was the first time I experienced snow on the ground the entire winter. But yeah, that seeing Lake Michigan frozen over like it was, and seeing those big waves on Lake Michigan when them storms roll in. I mean, it looks just like the ocean. You walk to the edge of Lake Michigan, you obviously can't see to the other side, so it looks like you're standing at the ocean. When them winds whipping, boy, and them 3, 4, 5 foot seas, 6 foot waves, you know, coming in, curling, breaking, you know, the offshore wind. I mean, it looks like you're standing at the ocean. And the ice build up, you know, it's like the beach grows, you know, 40 or 50 feet with ice, and you can walk out to the edge of the ice and look down about 8 feet all the way down to the water from how much ice gets built up there in the wintertime. So yeah, that was an experience living out there. So I definitely feel for you, Kevin, with the cold that you have to experience. We get our fair share of something like you get there. Good morning to you, Joe. A good signal up here this morning. Not the strongest I've heard you, but nonetheless, great to hear you, Joe, as always. And Kevin, GZQ, you have a fantastic signal up here this morning, as always. So back over to you, Kevin. KA2ZNI in the group. Well, maybe Gary's back from walking the dogs. W3MMR.
KPR.
Kevin, Perry passed it to you, and also Brett and the neighbor up there, N9KGR. Good morning, Bruce. Back to you, Kevin. KK4GZQ for relay.
Kevin, up there, but W3MMR here, the KK4GZQ, and Clipper Rose, KA2ZNI. I don't think he's going to be able to hear me any more than I can hear him here at the moment. A little bit too dark out there. But I'll say good morning to you, and hearing you direct up to the especially once you got your ducks in a row. You were coming up here in fine business shape there, no worries. And very good apart from Steve. And yeah, great guy. I'll tell you what, you couldn't ask for a better guy to do business with. And I've only been able to talk to him a couple of times in the last few months on the air, but always enjoyed Steve. Was back out east. Used to talk to him almost daily. When I was around the house, when I was back in Pennsylvania. So yeah, Perry, well, we were born and raised up there in western New York there, south of Buffalo. So even though I don't know, it really never does get any easier, I don't think. We were down in Arizona for a number of years, and when my wife retired, I told her I wanted to move north, and I said, you know, honey, we're doing things backwards. We really just need to stay south and stay warm. All her immediate family up there in the area, so this is where we ended up and moved back about 3 years ago. But boy, I'd have been happy staying down south, believe me. So it does get cold up here, and can get a little out of hand. Yeah, we just take it as it comes. I looked, I actually thought it was colder than it was. Now right now it's 32 degrees. I thought it was down in the 20s, so that's not bad at all. So we'll have another warm day. A little freezing. And yeah, being stationed out there, Lake Michigan, probably where you were at, it was even a little bit worse. Yeah, at least out here we're kind of tucked down here in the woods, and the whole town is kind of in a valley here, and a lot of woods, a lot of trees. So we're sheltered pretty good from the wind out here, but boy, get along with the lakes and all that wind that can really carry it up. Oh, let's see, did I miss anything? I don't think so. Other than that, not a lot going on here. Just enjoying my weekend. We're going to tackle the RCA 1-on-1 broadcast. We'll do a little more work on it. We'll have the air by springtime. We'll see what happens, and then that thing will be up for sale. And we're going to send that right back out the door. Yeah, I was telling you earlier, Kevin, if it was a Raytheon 1000 or a Collins 20V3, I would hold on to it, but hopefully here with the 3B, and wouldn't come with the tubes. That was the only downside. It didn't come with any tubes, so we had to order all new tubes. And on 1160 still on the broadcast band, but so we're going to make it a single band 75 meter transmitter, crystal control. Everything will be self-contained, and be a true 1 kilowatt transmitter. And it's capped, so you can run either a kilowatt or 500 watts on it, so we'll make a nice transmitter for somebody when we're done with it. And let's see. Let's see. Bruce stopped in there. I think it goes over to you, Bruce. I'm sure you're not going to be able to hear me. Kevin, you'll probably be able to you'll have to hand it off, I guess, is what I'm trying to say, because I don't think Bruce is going to hear me here this morning. Playtime waking up there. I need to go get another cup of bean juice. And 9 KGR to take it. If you can hear me, Bruce. If not, we'll wait, Kevin. Thank you. KA2ZNI.
And Bruce, Kevin sends it your way, and then it'll come my way for just a second, and then I'll send it over M9 KGR, KK4GZQ, the group. More, Bruce.
W2BNY.
I think it should be talking like waiting here. Get all the set together. Good morning to you there, Kevin. Usual big signal. And somebody down in Florida, I believe, which I didn't really copy, was all saying. Terry, Scouts and Winners. I live right along the shore of Lake Michigan here. 2 blocks away at all. And a couple of people with the baseball ice carts all pushed up on the shore. So high. Unbelievable. Never seen it this much. Anyway, Kevin, turn it back to you. I'll probably just make 1 or 2 transmissions and get on with my day here. I didn't have the allotted amount of caffeine yet to operate this transmitter. You got to drink so many cups of coffee in the morning before you should get on the air. KK4GZQ at 9 KGR.
Okay, N9 KGR with W2BNY Buffalo recognized. Morning, Steve. Steve, I'm going to send it down to Joe and let Joe pick you up. And then you're going to be sending it to Gary, WD4NKA. And then if Gary doesn't come back this round, then it rolls on to Perry, W3MMR. Anyway, Bruce, just real quick, you say that the water level's up and there's a strange phenomena going on there on the shoreline. Did I hear that right? Over.
It's Lake Michigan's extremely high, and there's lake homes, when the ice starts forming in the winter and gets pushed up on shore, it's going to be just about up to a couple of these people's houses. I think they're scratching their head what they can do. KA2ZNI, here I go again. KK4GZQ and KGR.
Okay, Bruce, just kind of dragging my feet there, make sure there's nobody else out there. Okay, Bruce, very good. Yeah. With all the ice being up on the properties. Yeah, I tell you, Kevin was painting a pretty cold, icy picture as well, Bruce. 37 degrees here. We're supposed to hit 54 today. Looks like we're going to be in the 50s through Friday, and then we're going to drop back into the 40s over the weekend for highs, and then back into the 50s next week. But rain has got me held off on the projects that I have scheduled right now, and I can't have any rain whatsoever. So Anyway, Bruce, morning again. I'm just going to keep it moving. There's lots of people out there. K4JCP, don't forget W2BNY, Joe, KK4GZQ. And then Steve can see if he can pick up Gary down in Daytona. If Gary didn't come back, then it goes to Perry. Over.
K4JCP, again, good morning all the way around. Well, we're about as cool as you are. We're down to 41 down here. Well, a little bit on the cool side, but it's nice. I got my jacket on out here in the sack. Temperature up to 67. Getting the impression that the RDA modulation is about ready to go there, so good luck with the VC614 there with your 610 and watching the needle squiggle and the inside of the water squiggle on there. Anyway, we're just putting it easy down here this morning. Enjoying being home after a few days on the road. Okay, well, let's see how it goes here. W2 K4JCP coming to you.
K4JK.
Yeah, we had another breaker there. This is W2BNY. Okay, Joe, K4JCP. And good morning to everybody else on this morning. Kevin, the two Kevins, Perry, Jerry, Bruce, Joe. I probably left out a few people. But, yeah, good morning to everybody. We got 34 degrees here in Buffalo, and the mini thaw continues. So that's pretty good news. I was curious. I think Craig has signed KB3RH, but I'm wondering what his transmitter is, because it absolutely sounds beautiful. The audio on it is just amazing. And I was listening to him a little bit earlier. So I guess that's it for this round. I think I'm trying to pass it to Jerry, WD4NKA, if he's copying. If not, maybe Kevin, you can. So WD4NKA in the group. This is W2BNY.
I don't think he was out walking the dogs or doing something, but that was Art that jumped in there. So Art, N4JK, good morning to you. Pick it up, then send it to me. Then I'm going to sign. Then I think I send it over to Kevin out there in Wisconsin. So good morning, Art. N4JK, W3MMR.
W3MMR from N4JK. Good morning, Terry. Yeah, just got in here and haven't heard the phone around yet. Morning, Joe. Man, I appreciate the tip. Started thinking about the bananas. Yeah, those monkeys were flying around in the ceiling fan. These things happen when you're away. Perry, don't pay any attention to that. It's a long story. It doesn't make any sense anyway. We just tried to get started this morning. And, yeah, Kevin, I hadn't heard the remarks, but it sounded like you were about ready to hook up that modulation list to figure out how that works for you. So, let me know what tomorrow on that price. So let's see. Well, I'm not sure where to send it. I think you told me. Oh, there, period. I forgot. Well, in a case like that, I'll send it to Kevin, because Kevin knows stuff. Good morning, Kevin, and send it to the right place. KK4GZQ is a group from M4JK.
It goes back to Perry. Go ahead, Perry.
That's funny. It's all right, Art. It's still early. I know you're still getting moving there and haven't got the bean into your veins yet. On that note, I'm gonna take a sip real quick there, but nevertheless, good morning to you, Art. Sounding good up here this morning. A good signal up into Pennsylvania here this morning. And good morning to you, Steve, W2BNY, with a booming signal down this way this morning. So good morning to you, Steve, DX100, sounding phenomenal as always here this morning. So good morning to you. Good morning, Joe, K4JCP. Good morning. God, I didn't get the gentleman's call that said he lives on Lake Michigan. The gentleman that lives out there by Kevin, so I apologize. I'm over here trying to help Craig out, send him some processing information online here, because he's new to this audio gear, and with his new transmitter there, he's got it sounding really good. Don't get me wrong, I just wanted to give him some articles there and some tips and on EQing and and the different types of processing that we use here in ham radio, and gating and limiting and expanders and different types of EQs and what to do and what not to do, and telling them how less is more, and send him a couple screenshots of my EQ curve that I'm using here, just to give him, because I know Robert gave him some presets with the digital processor he's using, but just in case he wanted to, try to go branch out and do his own thing, and try to come up with his own EQ there, just trying to give him a head start there, because I know it's all new to him. So any help he can get is good. So nevertheless, I'm gonna say 7-3, guys. I'm gonna go get some food. Got to call my son here, and he lives down in South Carolina, down right outside of Charleston. I call him every morning, wake him up, and send him off to school. He lives with his mother down there. He's 8 years old, and he's real great. Obviously, it's not the best thing, not an ideal situation, not being able to see him every day, but with the advent of technology and FaceTime and things like that, it makes living apart, that much much easier. So we're going to give him a call, wake him up, and hopefully he's not miserable like he is every other morning, because how 8-year-olds can be in the morning. It's that age where they don't want to go to school. All they want to do is play video games and play outside with their friends, and so we're going to give him a call, wake him up, and everybody sounds great here this morning. Really good to get in here with you guys, like I was saying earlier, and everybody has great signals up here this morning. And we'll catch you guys on the hopefully tomorrow morning. So back over to you, Kevin, KA2ZNI. You were starting to fade a little bit that last transmission there, Kevin. I think it's because it's starting to get a little light out, but nevertheless, you still sound great, and you're still a Q5 copy out this way, and the flex sounds phenomenal as always. So back over to you, Kevin, KA2ZNI from W3MMR. 7-3, guys.
Okay, very good, Perry. W3MMR here on the group this morning, KA2ZNI. Appreciate the compliments, Perry, and likewise you're sounding just phenomenal out here on that, and it really sounds nice. Did a really nice job dialing that thing in, and definitely helped give Craig some help there. I'll tell you, when I was getting into this, and pulling my hair out, learning about EQing and getting the proper stuff in the proper order, and getting all those zeros and ones to communicate together. Of course, he's running the tuber out there, but man, I'll tell you, he's got it sounding nice, and got a nice signal this morning. I think that's probably the strongest I've heard about here, so he's got that thing percolating. So 73's Perry, have a nice morning, and we'll look for you again here. Hopefully hear you tomorrow morning. I'll say good morning to Laura and Steve. Nice to hear you guys on this morning. Hearing you both direct into Wisconsin. Aren't you got a nice signal? You're probably 10 over 9. Working on some other things here. Definitely have a nice solid signal in here this morning. Doing a really nice job. And Kevin, boy, I thought your signal's holding right up there still about 10 to 20 over 9. And I think right now you're still the strongest coming into here into Wisconsin this morning so far from what I've heard. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bow on out of here. I'm going to say 7-3 to you guys. Nice to hear you all on this morning. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody. I guess Gary is still out walking the dog and doing other things. So, let's see. I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody here. I guess I got everybody. So, 7-3s all the way around, guys. I'm going to take a little break, grab some coffee, a little breakfast, and then I'll pop in down on 3880 and say good morning to that crew when they start assembling here this morning. So enjoy your day, everyone, and we'll catch you all tomorrow morning. Over to you, Bruce, and if Bruce doesn't pick it up, well, throw it on up to him, Kevin, and tell Bruce I said good morning if he can't hear me in there, please. And I'm sure I'll probably hear him a little bit later on as daylight starts to approach. In 9, KGR, Bruce, if you can hear me, KA2ZNI, good morning all.
KN4HH.
Okay, and good morning, Bob, KN4HH. And Bruce, I'm sure you heard Bob. And Kevin sends it over to you, N9KGR, and Bruce, you were sending it to me, but go ahead and pick up Bob. Bob can send it to me, and I'll send it on around. I'll send it to W2BNY. I think that's the way it goes. No, it goes to K4JCP. So, anyway, that's the way it goes. N9KGR, KK4GZQ in the group.
Okay, Kevin. KK4GZQ at 9KGR. I was supposed to read a pairing. Just too close to each other. OSDRs. Can't shoot. Gotta make my antenna. With that, I can't hear everybody all that well, so I'll probably make this one my last also, but you're coming in here fine, Bob. Everybody have a good KS4HH.
Okay, very good, Bruce. N9KGR in the group, KN4HH. Good morning to you, Bruce. And good morning to Kevin, K2ZNI. Both you got good signals. And 7-3 to you, Terry, also. W3MMR. Always a pleasure. Always glad to hear your signal from up there. Very good, guys. Well, nothing brewing here. A lot of good signals this morning. Kevin, you're just absolutely bombing in here. So you're doing a wonderful job. And understand that we got a nice group in here. I have not heard Order Joe yet, so I'm looking forward to that. And we'll get another day going here. Today's going to be computer day. Today's the day I straighten out a lot of problems with Windows 10. So you guys, I'll accept all condolences from Windows 10. Over to you, Kevin. KK4GZQ, KN4HH.
Okay, Bob. KN4HH with the group, KK4GZQ, and 7-3s to I guess Bruce was checking out. Good morning to Art. I think ZNI was trying to get out as well. I'm sorry, I'm kind of preoccupied. I'm kind of laughing, Bob, because you're talking about computers, and what am I doing in the meantime while you guys have been making your transmissions? I've been over here trying to get rob a power supply out of an old CPU, and it was right in my lap as you handed it to me there. So anyway, just having fun. I've got a little time to fool with stuff around here now. I'm not that busy with work. So we're just going to, in the meantime, we're going to play with some radio stuff, and CPU's going to do some testing with the 610 here with the REA modulation monitor. I've got all the literature I need here on the 614 to be able to make proper adjustments there as well, Bob. So, Joe, down to you. K4JCP, S73 to Perry. Anybody else that signed out? KK4GZQ. Go ahead, Joe.
Kevin, KK4GZQ and K4JCP. Good morning, all. And good morning to nice coffee here today. He'll come around here in a few minutes. You are here already. The ground wave is working well this morning. And I'm not sure who up north, I think maybe Steve may be the only one that still got a raised there, so maybe we still got a little bit of a notice. And again, good morning all the way around. We've got going down to 40 now, 40, so I'm sure you're going to win on your award this morning. But it's nice to be back home. We're on the 7300 SC220 combo this morning. That was the quickest need to get up and get going. So that's the name of the game from here. Looking forward to get back in the swing of things here. Get things moving. So let's see, where am I going to go with this? I think the only one that I heard was Gary at W3MMR. Been out walking the dog or something, so Gary, if you start pick it up, otherwise all that I'm showing is W2BNY. That's wrong, Kevin. Straighten it out again. K4JCP.